Hey, I'm Hailey.
And I'm Jessi.
And you're listening to
Personality Hire, the podcast where I got to tell you something.
Tell me.
I wish that we could do the trend right now where, you know, the TikTok trend where it's like, tell me something I don't know. And then the people turn to a group of their friends and it's muted and they are only showing the friend's reaction to what they're saying, and they tell some hot goss or some tea, and then you just get to see their reaction, but you don't get to hear the tea. You just see the friend's reaction. I wish I could do that right now.
The pod. Yeah,
but but instead, I'm just going to tell you and everyone that listens.
Okay,
and it might not even be that good. Anyway, yesterday or the day before, I got a notification from Gmail that my email was the recovery email for someone that was trying to log into their Gmail. And it was for my college boyfriend that I haven't spoken to in at least 15 years.
Shut up.
I got a Gmail notification that said, your email is the recovery email for this person who's trying to log into their email. Could you help them? I said, no, I'm good. No, and I didn't help them. No hard feelings. But isn't that crazy? After all this time,
he's still depending on you.
I'm still the recovery email. Isn't that crazy?
That's nuts.
It really also is just kind of like a moment because I haven't seen his name.
Oh, no. Yeah,
and also,
I don't like that feeling.
His email address was his first and last name with the year he was born. And it was just like all of that in my face at once, you know?
Yeah.
Like just a lot of it.
Why is your birth certificate like staring at
Gmail?
me?
But that's also a sign of the times because back in the day, like that's what you did with your Gmail. You did, you know, that's what you did. So anyway, that was crazy. I truly felt a little bit of vomit come up into my throat when I saw that.
Respectfully, I get that.
And it's not that I don't want to help him. It's just that I don't want to open up that portal. It's because it's
we don't
truly
want to open
a portal.
The door of speaking.
It's truly a portal into what I don't know. And I don't really want to find out. No. But I just thought that was really,
we don't have time to play with fire.
This time, I mean, after the end of college, after many careers, after a
marriage,
husband,
after
and
a child,
I'm still
the recovery email.
This man's recovery email. And he still can't depend on me.
Did he reach out?
No.
Good.
No.
Good.
And if I get another one.
I wonder if he knows that because it shows you your recovery email.
I thought it did.
And your phone number. Like when you're like, oh my God,
maybe he found another way to log in. Maybe he said, no, just kidding. Send me a text with the code. You know, maybe he did something like that. That's what I'm going to hope happened.
Okay. Well, if you get another one, he's really logged out. And I'm sure he's in trouble. He's got a lot of stuff he's got to do.
The thing that reminded me of was in between me dating a bunch of bing bongs and dating Matt, he and I kind of like, he moved out of state. And then he
rekindled.
He would from time to time just reach out and be like, how are you? Because we had a very tumultuous relationship, but it was very passionate.
Of course.
It really was.
Of course.
But it was toxic, extremely. Mm-hmm. And so he would every now and then like, how are you? Reach out.
Yeah.
And so then in between the last bing bong I dated and Matt Bacon, he and I were like
talking again
and planning on me coming to visit him in the state that he lived in.
Yeah.
And then truly out of nowhere, I met my husband and then I just stopped talking to this boy altogether. And so he would send me a few texts and I just never responded. So then yesterday I just was flooded back with the memories of me being like, tell me something I don't know. There you go.
Oh my gosh. That's truly shocking. That would shock me into another realm.
Yeah. And then, it just brought up memories, you know?
Memories are wild.
It's true. I've got a lot of them. I lived a lot of life. I had a birthday last week.
Yes.
And it had me reminiscing about all the life that I've lived. And this was the first birthday in a really, really long time where I did not cry.
Oh, love that.
And I felt...
There's hope.
I felt okay. But two of those reasons. One is that I'm on a high dose of Zoloft now. And I'm feeling much better. And then second, I got to go to my kids' field day on my birthday.
Yes.
And I played tug of war.
Okay.
I think I might have mentioned that.
Yes. Well, we talked about that you were going to do that.
At first I got there and last year we got to play it against the kids. But the other parents were mixed in as well, but it was like
kids and parents.
Right. And then once we got to the tug of war station, we had to move on and the parents didn't get to participate. And I was like, damn. And I was bummed. But then at the end of field day, we had a closing ceremony and the principal goes, I've heard that some of the parents are disappointed they didn't get to participate in tug of war. We're gonna have a parents only tug of war.
Oh
and I
gosh,
was like,
this got
hell
dirty.
Yeah. I was the first one in the circle. I was the first one. I said,
And throwing
let's
it.
go. So she split up the grades so it'd be even parents on either side. And in the moment, I thought I was doing something. Like in my head, I'm pulling on this rope and I'm feeling like
it always feels like that.
like I'm doing it.
Yeah, you're like your whole body weight just leaning backwards.
And then I'm the only one.
Yeah.
You know, that like there's like nobody
I'm
on
the
this
only one
rope
trying.
Right.
Yeah.
Like I'm carrying the weight of this team on
Nobody
my back.
wants to work anymore.
Nobody
Yeah.
wants to work. Nobody wants to pull anymore.
No.
And nobody wants to dig their heels in anymore.
No.
At all.
They're afraid of getting dirty.
And in the moment, that's what I'm thinking. And then, of course, our team won because.
Slay.
And then afterwards, I watched the tape back.
No. The
Girl,
game tape.
I wasn't doing not a damn thing. I didn't even recognize there were about 15 big ass dads behind me pulling the rope. I just thought I was up there just eating. Like, I thought I was up there just like absolutely doing it. But we won, and that's all that matters. But when I watched the tape back, I was a little bit shocked at how little I was doing.
Shocked.
At how just not even bare minimum I was doing. My heels were barely dug in, you know?
Barely. That's so funny. No, I have a feeling that your whole body weight was backwards.
I mean, it was. You could see. The other thing too.
You were like, yes, I do sexy back.
That's right. And the thing that I
Using
shouldn't
your
have
Pilates.
said before we started, I truly was like shouting at everyone I knew, like, I'm deceptively strong. Like, don't let me fool you. Like, I'm strong.
They're like, yeah. Nurse, she's away.
They said, okay, skinny white lady, get
Okay,
to pulling.
Pilates princess.
Yeah, exactly. But I just wanted to update you that we did win.
Yeah,
and it was great.
Thank you, George W. Bush, for convincing us that sitting and reaching would be everything to us.
That's
you
right.
were right. And you know what? I thought
right.
a lot about George W. Bush. First of all, I think it was his dad.
Yeah, it
And
was. It was.
You said Babs, and I thought
Barbara Bush.
Barbara, who is George W.
Oh,
Young
maybe it was
Jr.'s.
it.
I
was
thought
it-
she was Barbara.
Oh,
This
maybe
is a
she was
quick Google.
Babs.
But
Oh, wait.
maybe she
Shoot.
looks like a Barbara.
It was not. It was Senior that made us do the sit and reach,
Yes.
not
So I
not W.
Yes, because I was
Shoot,
looking
sorry.
really hard for a picture
apologize.
of George W. doing the sit and reach, because I know if that was his idea, he would say, "Look, guys, it's easy."
He would have done it.
Yeah.
And his wife is Babs. You're so right. I was truly mixing up the Bush family,
Wait.
but also only in America can you have nepotism in presidential. Actually, it's
And
not
in
true.
everything else.
Not only in
I was
America.
like, I was
I'm
like,
pretty
wait,
sure that's just a
like
worldwide thing.
Wait, I was like, like every
I think that's
patriarch.
human
What's it
race.
called? When you are what's it called?
When you
like
have
a
one
royal
governing
family.
body.
Yes. What's it called?
Oh,
It's
called
not what we have.
It's
We have a
called
democracy. They have a choreography.
monarchy. Oh my god!
There
I
we
was
go.
literally about to bebop myself back
Okay,
to third
first of all,
grade. Her name is
Bush.
Laura.
Knew it. I knew she had a classic name. I love Laura.
Is that
actually? I don't know
Is that
her,
his
but-
mom's name?
No, that is his wife. Laura.
Okay, so Babs is his mom.
yes.
Okay, perfect.
Yes.
Laura. Laura is George W. Bush, and then just
Yes.
George Bush and Babs were the sit and
So
reach
you were
queens.
right that Babs, that was her platform.
It was
I
Babs.
just was confusing that. And then I was just watching interviews. And it's funny how many times we brought up George W. Bush on this podcast.
No, why?
We really
What have we done?
We've talked about
9/11.
Yes.
We talk about that
Yes.
from time to time. It's a hot topic.
We've
still.
also talked about shame on fool me once, shame on me, fool me twice.
You ain't
shame
gonna fool me again.
Yeah, you ain't gonna
fool me again.
Yeah.
Don't even
ducking from the
try.
shoes that get thrown. And I was just thinking about all these ridiculous George W. Bush moments that I was watching, like, and just like lovingly moments, like him
Yeah.
like throwing a baseball or like, and I'm not talking about politics. I was not conscious when he was president.
We're talking about his demeanor, his inner spirit.
Yes. Whimsy is what I'm going to say.
I think that a lot of people can agree that whether you thought
I think
what
everybody.
he did in the office was right or wrong, what he's done since then has really shown us that he's just a silly, goofy guy. He just want to have some fun.
And that's when nepotism really did its thing.
It
really did its thing there.
And now he paints. You know, like he's got a lot of paintings.
And he does interviews. And I watched. Oh, did you guys hear that? That's Mother. She's mad. She hears us having fun, and she said,
true.
"When am I going to be a guest on the pod?"
She said,
"Never."
She said, "I
girl."
heard That you're my recovery email.
You guys are talking about George W. I love him. He probably has a German Shepherd, now that I think of it.
Yeah, it's
well,
true.
Biden did, didn't he? He had German.
I don't know.
Did you hear that? No,
Mama?
she's just being, she heard us say her name.
Oh, she did?
She got more fired up.
Guys.
She's scratching on the door. It's fine, guys. It's the original door, and it has to be replaced anyway.
I want to make sure my niece is okay.
She's fine. But I was just thinking about how silly, goofy. And then last night, I only watched a few clips because this is not a political podcast. This is not an informational podcast unless the info is silly or about something fun. But I watched the most recent 60 Minutes interview with President Donald Trump. And I was like, the difference between these two guys. And I was just thinking about it. And I was like, this is just so nuts how crazy things that come out of our mouth sound when you're a president. Because we thought that way about George W. Bush, like, fool me once. It's just totally different.
It is. Yeah, I was going to say,
different.
I feel a little different about it.
No, I'm feeling completely different.
Because
I'm saying it is a crazy, like, juxtaposition between the two.
Oh, yes.
And it's just interesting. But I will say this. I think that because things are so crazy right now, people are really reaching down deep for whimsy. And I appreciate that. The American people.
Yes.
Just,
just
people like in the works, the arts.
Making things a little bit more just fun.
Make things fun again.
Speaking of that, wait, sorry, were you going to add on to that?
Oh, well, I can.
No, go ahead.
No, it's not about that. You keep going.
No,
I
was also going to divert.
Well, I want you to divert first.
No, thanks.
Okay, fine. I will do it.
Yeah.
I will do it. Remember, I've been talking about these 90s movies.
Oh, yes.
That
you
we're
guys
watching.
have been watching, yes.
So last night we conquered another one called The Game with Michael Douglas.
This feels familiar.
Well, let me show you a little something. Michael Douglas is in it. Sean Penn is in it. Let me go.
Laura Bush is in it.
She could be. Where is this? This is
Game. Ooh, okay.
Yes. Okay. So
it's his head that's made into puzzle pieces.
So it's about this really rich guy who grew up in wealth. Obviously, he works so hard. His dad died at a young age because he did something. He ended his own life.
Oh.
And because he worked so hard. And so it's this year, he turns the same age his dad was when he passed. And his brother calls and he's like, I got a birthday present for you. Call this company and sign up. It's a game. I'm not going to give away the ending, but
no, do it. It's a movie from the 90s.
Okay, can I?
Yes.
I don't. Okay,
absolutely. The statute of limitations has long expired. Yes.
So if you don't want to hear the ending, pause and go forward a minute,
or just do, because guess what?
You'll still like it.
Let Hailey talk.
He's crazy. So this very, very wealthy man, and also watching this movie, I was like, I'm really appreciating the locations because we just don't shoot in these kinds of places anymore. We do it and we CGI everything. They really did that. I love it. Anyway, so they're shooting and they're doing all this stuff. And this guy, he's living his truth. He's being a butthead because, he's rich and he's busy and he's got a lot of deals to make. He's being mean to family friends that his father was friends with for years. And he's making all these big mistakes, whatever. So the game starts, and the game, you sign up and you don't know what's going to happen. And they say this is whatever you need it to be. So they do all these tests on you, like psychological tests, handwritten tests, all physical tests, and they see what you can handle and what you need. And they give it to you. And essentially, it's a full movie of this guy being tricked, bamboozled, and having his life put at risk several times, watching people die, vandalizing his home, horrible things. They take all of his money. His house goes into foreclosure. This has to be going on like 2 months long. I don't know what's happening. Finally, the ending comes and he's going crazy and he thinks he's going to stop these people. He's hunting the service down now. He's like, no, you're not going to get me. I'm going to get you. He's like, because if you took all my money and that's all I have left, and it doesn't matter, then I'm going to get you. And so he goes after them. Eventually, he thinks, and there's this woman, because there's always a woman, right? And she is Slay the House Down Boots. I'm going to give you her name because we did not pay attention enough to her in the 90s. Phenomenal actress. She tries to tell him at the end, no, this is all fake. This is all fake. And then he shoots his brother, Sean Penn, on accident because they go to congratulate him and they're like, surprise, it was a joke. And so he's like so upset that he shoots his brother and they're crying. And all the other actors who were like these players in this game are like, we told you it was fake. So he runs and he jumps off the roof. He crashes through a ceiling, a glass ceiling, and he lands on like a stunt jumping thing. So they planned for him to jump. And it's a ballroom filled with all of his coworkers, his friends, his family, which he doesn't have a lot of because remember, he works hard and he's a mean businessman. And they're all staring at him. He's bawling. He still thinks he saw his brother bleed out, shot and dead from him. And then his brother walks up with a big stain on him and is like, happy birthday, brother. Sorry, this is what you needed. You needed to realize what's really important in life, which is your friends and family. Hey guys, I'm in a really fragile state. I don't know what you're getting me for my birthday this year. If you get me that, it's on site. You're going to regret it.
That's crazy. That reminds me.
It was the worst. I screamed during the movie.
I would have screamed.
J-Dog was like, this is not a scary movie. And I go, it is if you are as fragile as I am.
It's a psychological thriller for sure.
And I just realized how not willing, even as a viewer, I am of being bamboozled right now.
Do you remember it, or did you see that movie or look at the trailer for the movie that I need to find that? Maybe we can look that up too. But where this woman is new to a family and she goes to a dinner at this big, beautiful mansion with her boyfriend or fiance's new family, and they have her either draw a card or do something that's like part of the initiation of like their family. And the card that she draws is basically the game, and they all start passing out weapons, and they have to kill. They've got to kill each other. Yeah. And I'm like, oh.
No, I think I've watched that a long time ago.
Yeah, very freaky. Anything that's like that, where there's like a game involved, where they're like, yeah, you're fighting for your life, but it's a game.
That's not a game.
No, it's not a game.
That's not a game, and I don't play games.
Or like being hunted, which is also like,
no, I don't want to be hunted. I know, I don't want to be on my toes, and I also don't
hunt for fun. I don't get that. I'm sorry, I don't get that.
Hunting for
hunting animals.
If you eat it, fine.
I know.
If you don't, not fine.
I know.
That's how I feel.
That's neither here nor there.
Yeah.
I'm going to open my Spindrift.
Yes.
I'm going to cough all over everybody. I'm sorry. Hold on.
Yeah. Give him the ASMR too, by the way. Here. I love. Stunning.
I'm sorry.
See, I like that. That watching that back is going to be gross because I was like this. I just realized that at the end I was so close to you, and then I was like, why is my face here?
I'm about to cough all over everybody if I don't chug this.
Chug it. Yeah, anyway, I'm not watching that movie again. It was good though. You should. Or
Michael Douglas.
got.
Did the ending also show that he was like, you know what, you're right, it's about the friends we made along the way? Or was he like,
yes,
this is terrible?
Asked this woman who is one of the actress who is supposed to be this, like, it's all trickery. He asked her out at the end.
Oh, so he's like, I'm
into it. Like,
this mental toll that it took on me, I'm over it already.
You guys, I'm not okay. I'm not okay from it. I was like, do not get in that car. At the end, I was like, it's not over. It's never going to be over.
That would be the thing, is that the psychological turmoil, you're never really ever going to get out of the game in your head now. Like, the game is in your head forever.
You're on, yeah. And it was, by the way, Deborah Kara Unger was the actress. She played Christine. She was like the woman the whole time. And she was amazing. And
was she also playing the game? Was she in the game?
She was the actress.
Oh, okay. She was the actress. But she was
the one. Okay. You don't find out until like the last quarter that she's an actress in it. You understand that he's in the game, and you're kind of guessing who's in the game along with him. And so we did guess towards the end. We were like, okay, everybody's in on this. Except when he did shoot his brother, I was like, that was real. Like, I thought that was real.
Yeah, of course.
And when he jumped off the roof, I was like, cut the cameras. But like, I was done.
Cut the tapes.
And then I saw him crash to the roof, and then I saw the whatever that thing is. What's that thing that you fall into? The trampoline type thing. The blob.
It's called the blob from Bug Juice.
It was the blob. And so when he landed on that, I was like, you gotta be every turn then at the end, because there's only like 10 minutes left at that point, I was like, is this fake? So I didn't enjoy the end because I was worried that every last
Twist
second.
and turn, yeah.
Because I didn't know. I didn't check.
Is Michael
that it was
Douglas
less
married to
women.
Catherine Zeta-Jones?
Yes.
Wow,
And
good for them.
Groot believes that Catherine Zeta-Jones is the most beautiful woman in the world.
She is. She's incredibly beautiful.
I've always remembered that, and I got to see her in person. I worked on National Treasure,
true.
which she
You
was
did.
on, and I didn't have a scene with her. But later I went out with the cast, and we ran into them at the hotel with some of the producers, and I was truly like, I didn't want to
Didn't
stare.
you get to be in the hair and makeup trailer with her too?
No, her hair and makeup, her personal hair and makeup artist
Did
was
yours.
mine
Oh,
all day,
okay,
which
got it.
that's what
Very
that
cool.
was. Which he was an awesome British man. Anyway, she's gorgeous in person too. So yes, she is the most beautiful woman in the world. Like in person, she's gorgeous. So shout out Groot.
Shout out Catherine Zeta-Jones. I think I've told you this, but I don't think I've told anyone else this. That's on this pod. That did I tell you that I'm going to be a cheerleading coach?
I think we talked about maybe. Oh my gosh.
I'm going to be a cheer coach.
A cheer coach.
And
I'm so excited.
have never coached cheer. I've coached dance before, but I've never coached cheer. And on top of that, I got volunteered. And to be fair, I did say that I would help in any way that I could. There's a very large organization in Atlanta that has baseball, football, cheerleading, softball, all the things. You could want basketball. And I got volunteered to create this dance, to create a cheer dance for all the cheerleaders to learn at a clinic that's coming up.
How many 8 counts does it need to be?
I don't know, but there's over like 500 cheerleaders.
Oh my gosh.
I think it needs to be 8 counts.
That's a lot for little bits.
Girl, I don't even know where to start. What I'm going to do is I guess YouTube
a song,
something
yeah.
and see if anybody has anything for, kindergarten to second grade girls on the internet and just copy that right up because I don't know what I'm doing.
I think you just do 4 8 counts and
then repeat it.
them.
I think that's what I am. I need to relook at what the request is, but I think that is what it is.
Because that's a lot more doable.
But I mean, I not only did I just say, hell yeah, I'll be a cheerleading coach. Then they said, well, here's the real tea.
You're also the cheerleader.
You're also the choreographer. You're also the Abby.
Sparky Van Winkle.
No, what's the lady from Dance Moms?
Abby Lee Miller.
Abby Lee Miller. I'm the Abby Lee Miller.
Abby Lee Miller.
I'm a cheer mom now. And I'm going to be nicer than she is, but I have to choreograph a little dance. And so that's just been something that's on my to-do list.
Fun fact, she wasn't the choreographer.
Well, then what the hell was she?
Gianna was their choreographer. She was the owner of the studio and the dance teacher. I'm the owner of this house. She was.
The owner of this house.
Yeah, sorry, that popped out.
And who are you?
I'm the owner of this house.
Yeah, so do I'll keep you posted on that. I might just
I can't
need you,
wait.
I might need just need you to like review.
Oh my God, I would love.
Since you actually cheered.
I would love it. I would love.
Didn't you actually cheer?
Yeah.
Yeah, you actually cheered.
Heck yeah, I did.
Yes. The one that they did
Cheer
last
is very
year.
close to dance. It's the same thing as pom.
I think just a little more rigid.
Yeah.
The one cheer they did last year, which I know we're going to bring back, is we want a touchdown, just another touchdown, down, set, hut, hut, hut. And I like that one because on the hut, hut, hut part, you put your hands down, you go down, set with the other hand, and then you back it up and you go hut, hut, hut.
So
and
you throw it in a circle.
You throw it
in a
3
circle.
times to the back. Hut,
Back,
hut, hut.
Hut, hut, hut.
That's right.
Win that game.
You say hut. So that's that. I just wanted to keep you abreast.
I'm glad to be in the breast.
Abby Lee Miller. Take
Abby
it over,
Lee
Gia.
Miller. She's just going to get some Baskin Robbins down the street.
It's true. Oh my God. I'll
When she
never
wheels
forget.
out of
I was
there.
going to say, I'll never forget that one part that's like a viral clip now of her in her wheelchair
Backing
at a
up.
performance, and a mom gets in her face and says something to the effect of like, you need to practice what you preach. You know, our girls will never do that. And Abby Lee Miller doesn't say a word. She just throws it in reverse.
So she goes,
and just reverses
goes all the way back down the aisle and then straight forward the other way, and then you just see her going down, and she's really going. She says, "I'm going to get Baskin Robbins." Really, she tries to go to the police station to file a harassment report against that dance mom.
I'm going to Baskin Robbins. Me, I would do that, but I would really go to Baskin Robbins. I would have all 42 flavors or whatever the hell they have
For
up
free.
in there.
I would do a taste of each.
For free. Oh my gosh.
Bus driver. What is it? We're doing eyeliner. Easy on the road.
What's
when
that
she says
from?
that, they're on their way to a dance competition. She goes, bus driver. Easy. Wait. We're doing eyeliner in the back or eye makeup in the back. Easy on the road. And she says like road.
Abby Lee Miller says that?
Abby Lee?
I need to brush up. I need to find a compilation.
Just to get some inspo.
And watch it on her, yeah. Scooby has a dance recital coming up too, like her end of the year dance recital. Her first one where she's going to be like in a proper
allowed to go?
costume. Yeah, you can come for sure.
Sometimes dance recitals now, because I've tried to go to some, I guess that was during COVID, but I tried to go to the little girl that I used to nanny, her dance recital at one point, and I remember they could only have like 4 tickets.
I bought you a ticket just in case you wanted to come.
Okay, I want to come.
Yeah, I bought you
there.
a ticket.
Okay,
I'm
there.
I thought you might. But
What were you gonna say?
something about her dance recital.
She's a dance recital.
She's a dance recital. Oh, and I just picture myself screaming, "Work it, Smoochie!
Work it, Smoochie!"
Work it!" I get to watch on closed circuit TV for her dance practices because they put on the
Yes, on
waiting
the-
room what they're doing in there. Some days she's so into it, like some days she is so focused, and then some days she is doing banana splits and like not
Yeah.
paying any attention. You
I
know,
remember feeling like that.
and it's the
doing
kind of
that.
class where they split it up where half of it is like
Tap,
30
and
minutes
the
tap
other-
and 30 minutes ballet. Yeah. You remember those? Me too.
I do remember those.
Yeah,
I
same.
remember, I can tell you, I remember that's where I learned the song There's Your Trouble by Dixie Chicks because we would do it in tap.
Perfect.
Shuffle, step,
Yep.
shuffle. There's your trouble. There's your trouble.
Yep.
And that's how I learned shuffle, step, ball change. And then that's all I remember.
I remember being like
And I
11,
hated tap.
11 or 12
Hate
and
it.
me taking, at that age, you're taking like a full class
Yeah.
of whatever. So I was in ballet and I wasn't on point or anything. I was just in ballet.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember I'd gotten this new leotard that was very grown up and it had very thin straps and it was low, like kind of like low scoop neck. And it was very pretty and pink. And the younger girls had to wear kind of like more
High
high
neck,
up, you know,
yeah.
like thicker straps, very grown up. And the first time I wore it to my dance class, we had to do across the floor and I had to
What
do,
happened?
you know, all the across the floor items, including but not limited to leaps and
Yes.
sashaying and all the good things. And the first time I went across the floor and did a leap, I put my arms up and then back down. When you go into a leap, you kind of woo, and
Yeah.
then you go back down. And something with that leotard went awry and it came down and my full chest was exposed. And I was mortified because if you don't know, when you're going across the floor, you're solo. You're all by yourself. There's nobody. Everyone's watching you. Everyone's looking. Everyone's in line to wait their turn, and they're looking at you as you're going across the
at
floor.
that age.
My chest was fully exposed, completely down to my belly button. Like I
Because
think
if that happened to me now in a dance class, I'd be fine. I'd be like, I'd be
I would be
mortified,
like-
but I'd be fine. If it
Yeah.
happened to me at 12 or 11, I wouldn't
now it's a
recover.
laughing
for
matter.
a
Back
month.
then, it was.
I'm never going back to class again.
I have to move towns.
Yeah.
And I remember the teacher was also a very sassy gay man.
Oh, it's always ballet teachers. Are
And
you okay?
He came up to me because I was like kind of crying and I didn't have a lot of friends in this class. Like it wasn't like a very
it was
like
always
friendly
ballet.
experience.
No,
It was just like
ballet's
you're
just
going in there
awful.
to get the job done.
Yeah.
And I was crying by myself a little bit, but I was still in line to go across the floor again, obviously, because you can't, you don't get
You're
to,
like, what's gonna happen?
You don't get to opt out. You know,
No.
you have to get back in line to go across the floor. And I remember after class, he came back up to me and he said, I saw what happened. And I
No
remember,
shit.
and I go, and he goes, maybe don't wear that leotard again. And that's all he said. He didn't say it's okay. He didn't say I'm sorry. He didn't say anything comforting. He just said, I saw what happened. Don't wear that leotard again. And I said, 10-4. I don't got to worry about me. Don't even know if I'm coming back next week. Because
Why am I still standing
like,
here?
what
Like,
the hell? And I can't remember if I told my mom or not because I think she would have just been like, damn, I don't know what she would have said. But my belly button and everything was out. Ballet class.
Gosh, ballet class. It's so scarring.
And can't you just picture me like,
but you know what's
with the
funny?
music bumping, like the music is loud. And it's like, yes, it's like
it's classical. Yeah.
Yes. And I'm like, ah! No, please, no.
And you know what's so funny?
God.
The first thing I thought of when you said, and I got back in line, I got right back in line. I go, you would. You're the eldest daughter. You would get back in line. Because you know what I would have done? As the youngest daughter.
You said, bye, besos. See you guys later.
I would have blew them a kiss. I would have stripped down naked and walked out. I would have said, I'm meant to do that because I'm a little sister and I'm not going to let you laugh
would
at
have
me.
said, you know what? I hate this leotard. You can have it.
Yeah.
And given it to one of them.
And then I would leave, go to the bathroom and cry.
No, I said, there's no choice. My mom dropped me off there. There's no out.
Oh, I would find an alley and
There's
hide.
no out. And I knew that if I didn't get back in line and do it, that I would have been punished by this by this sassy gay man somehow. Like he would have put me in an invisible. He would have put me in the wings for the entire performance, where
Which
no one
would have
could
been
see
nice,
me.
honestly.
He would have given me an ugly costume. Like I had to just pretend like it didn't matter. I mean, it mattered deeply.
Yeah, deeply.
It deeply mattered.
Yeah, I would have lost it. I remember
Deeply.
my ballet teacher, Miss Victoria. Oh gosh, I've talked about her on the podcast before because she really ruined ballet for me. I think ballet, by the way, is so important as a dancer. It's great. I actually thought about taking like adult ballet classes at this point because I'm like, this is really good for your body. And anyway,
Yes.
it's great, but I hated it. And Miss Victoria would whack us with a ruler.
Oh my
She'd say,
God.
Like when we would go down like plies and stuff, she'd be like, you're in a toaster. And she'd say, get that fat butt. But she would curse.
She did not,
And she would
Hailey.
take a yardstick. It wasn't a ruler, a yardstick. And she'd go to your butt.
How old were you?
I was from the ages, she was my ballet teacher for several years. And then I had Mr. Octavio. Oh, Mr. Octavio. He was nicer. He was a Spanish older man. He just had us do crazy stuff. But I was young. I was like Abby Lee Miller student age, like 8,
And
8,
she
9.
was calling your ass fat.
Yeah. And I knew that wasn't true. I was like, oh, we're like little children. And again, that's a very younger sister of me. I was like, what else? What else you got? You want to call me a booger eater? Try again. Thomas called me that earlier today. You know what I mean?
Oh my God, not hitting you with the ruler.
With the ruler. I think eventually she did get let go.
Very Catholic school of her.
Enough of those complaints from
Infractions.
parents. Yeah. But ballet teachers are always kind of wackadoodle. And I don't want to offend you if you are a ballet teacher listening to this. And I mean like serious ballet teacher. I'm not talking about like you teach ballet to second graders on Tuesdays and Thursdays and you used to dance and blah, blah, blah. I mean, this is your life. You're a career
You mean like Black
ballet
Swan
teacher.
style.
Yes, like
Yeah.
a career, serious ballet teacher. Not like sometimes I do this and it's fun and I
dabble at the
like
community
it.
center.
Yes,
You're
and
saying like I teach at
working
Juilliard.
with kids. Yeah, you don't like working with kids. You like
Tormenting
you love
people.
ballet.
You like
And you
deforming
will
feet.
hurt people if they disrespect ballet by turning their toe in, having their butt out when they plie, any of it. She said, "Do not disrespect me." She was terrifying.
Oh, Miss Victoria.
She was Russian. That's what it was.
Low
She
key,
was
that's
Russian.
scary.
And then Mr. Octavio was Spanish.
Well, I mean, at least you got a
And
diverse.
Mr. Octavio, I remember him being nice, though. He was tough, but nice.
Yeah, I did a lot of dance. One of my all-time favorite dances was the Stray Cat Strut. Ever remember that song? Stray Cat Strut, I'm a ladies' cat, yeah. The Brian Seltzer Orchestra.
Girl, no.
No,
I
okay.
love it.
Well,
I need
also
to
we
hear
did
that.
Think About Us Together Again, 'cause everywhere I go,
Oh my
every smile
gosh,
I
that was a
see,
great dance.
I know
Did you wear blue?
are there,
I feel
smiling
like
back at
your
me.
costumes were blue or pink.
I don't know, but that was another hit. Stray Cat Strut. You don't remember that one? Stray
No.
Cat Strut. Girl,
all I remember
give
is
me your phone.
the worst dance that we ever did that I did not like was because I hated tap, was Get on Your Feet.
Get on your feet. That reminds me of the Goofy movie. Get up and make
I
it
still
happen.
know the tap dance. Also, we did a what is it called? Acapella tap dance production. By the way, production means it's like the whole dance company.
Yes.
And we did a 5-minute, or maybe it was 7 or 10. Like, it was a long time. I should really look into it. But it was called Rhythm Army. And it was after, so like, we were at war as a country, and we were wearing.
The song was called Rhythm Army or Rhythm Nation?
There was no song. Oh. The song was called, we called it Rhythm Army, but we were in army outfits.
Because George W. Bush sent us to war.
Yes.
Yes.
To an acapella tap production. We won all the awards because it was like crazy how crisp we had to be. We could not be off from each other one bit because you could hear it. But I look back at that time and I'm like, never ever put me in tap shoes again.
That's like when I told you.
And I still remember, by the way, I still remember the dance.
That's like when I told you I did a competition where I did the psychosomatic addict insane, and I pretend like I was in a straight jacket.
It's so messed up. We did the craziest stuff. You were in a straight jacket. I was in a straight jacket in a dance too.
Wait,
it was Disturbia.
Oh my God.
And I was a senior in high school. And
It was
that's
like-
not fun.
Who sings that song? That psychosomatic addict insane.
I don't
know. Anyway, here, you know this one.
Here we go. You might get demonetized on YouTube. I gotta tell you, I've never heard this song.
Wow, that's a stray cat.
Wait.
I'm a lady's cat.
Oh, yes, I have.
Okay.
You
just need to hear that sick
I need
riff.
to hear the dun 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 dun.
Ding.
Yes, now I have.
It was some rockabilly shit.
Yeah, this was in some movie. That's how I've heard that song. Okay.
Yeah, that was when I was about 6 or 7. And I was stray cat strutting all over the place. I had a red and black outfit.
And that's the way to do it. Also, I remember this one girl had a tap dance when I was little, and the song was "You Are the Devil."
Oh my Lord.
And the song said, "You are the devil and the devil is bad." No, you are the devil. And she was like a little girl in a fedora doing a tap dance, and she wore a tie, and "You are the devil and the devil is bad." No, you are the devil and the devil is bad. And I remember her name, and it's Shelby. I don't know her. I don't know if I've ever met her. Her name was Shelby. She
did not pick that song. Somebody picked that for Shelbs.
What's crazy is either her mom or the dance teacher. And I don't think the dance teacher was pretty Catholic. So I really feel like she probably didn't do that.
They probably said, which song do you want? This song or The Devil Went Down to Georgia? And she said, this one sounds good.
Yeah. I would have picked The Devil Went Down to Georgia.
By
the way, also someone did a tap dance to that.
100%. And their legs were going crazy. Also, their feet were going nuts on that song.
What's that song that if I hear it, it's the 5, 6, 7. Wait, that song is bad, but that's not the one I'm thinking of. It's something about like, oh gosh, it's a dance. It's a song that calls out a dance.
The Cha-Cha Slide.
It's like that. It is like that, but it's like hillbilly.
Oh, Cotton Eye Joe.
That's exactly.
Oh my gosh. I've been married a long time ago.
There was a jazz production to that.
Of course. For sure there was. That was on Jock Jams. I had that one too. Cotton Eye Joe was, yes.
Jock Jams was it. We had the first one.
Yeah.
And I remember that.
Jock Jams. Y'all ready for this?
That was on the first one.
It was. We had that one too. Wow.
Now that's what I call music.
They still make those. Please look up what number they're on. They still make That's What I Call Music.
And they put them on CDs?
Pass. But I know they still do the compilations.
I wonder if they're on this. Spotify. That's a great idea. Spotify. You should buy.
Now That's What I Call Music.
Yes, and it should be like, you can only get on Spotify, and it should be remixes. And you hire DJs. Anyway.
Free idea.
Yeah, free idea. You know what? Big magic. They come and they pass. If you don't act on them right away, they won't happen.
Girl, I never even got through that book. I tried to read that book, and I tried so hard. It was even too woo-woo for me. I said, this lady's saying a whole bunch of nothing. And I know that's the Eat, Pray, Love lady. She was saying a lot of nothing to me. I'm sorry if that book changed your life. But for me, personally.
Well, I think we just talk too much. As I have a podcast.
See, 122. Now that's what I call music. Like, are you kidding me right now?
Guys, I'm sick.
Click on it and go to the profile. Like, click on that's what I call music. Just click on that one.
No, it's just random people making it.
Do this one. Hold on, wait. Do this one. Time out. Get on your feet. Get up and make it happen. Here.
Okay, so they do have. No, it's a fan account.
They're still making.
First of all, you got some time on your hands if you're making a fan account on Spotify.
But they make money if enough people stream it. You know
really?
I mean? Yeah.
Even if you're just an account that makes a playlist.
I think if you upload it.
Okay, if you upload it, but okay, that's what they're doing.
Yeah,
I thought they were just made an account and made a playlist, so it wouldn't be their name. That makes more sense. Okay, I see why people do that now. I get it.
Get on your feet.
Okay, I've got a question.
Yep.
What are you doing this weekend? Anything exciting?
I'm celebrating my kid's birthday.
Oh, yeah.
I'm going to a soccer game.
Scoopy's going to be 6.
Yeah, she is 6. She's not having a birthday party.
Scooby-Doo, I love you. She was a baby. She's not going to do a birthday party this year. I've done like a big party for her every year. And this year I said, pick a bestie and we'll have a bestie day. That's a great idea.
And we picked a friend and her friend's little sister who we both love very much. And we're going to go
do a day.
We're just going to go do a day.
That's so fun.
Yeah.
That'll be great.
Because I didn't have the time, the energy, or the resources this year to do what I've been doing. I said, this is too much.
Enough. Can we do maybe it's just the mood that I can't tell if it's just the grief, but I kind of feel like I was feeling this before. But we're having too many events between birthdays, weddings, showers. There's just too many events. I think we need to pare down events. And I mean this like as a culture. Like we have a shower for everything. I think there's somewhere, like maybe birthday parties, we don't do a big one every year. I don't know. I'm just thinking. But maybe for kids, it's different. I feel like you need to for kids.
I think that
or like a birthday event.
You have too many friends. Because I think all the things you just said are reasonable events, but I think that you know too many people. I think you get invited to too many things.
Yeah. I also think when you're dating someone as an adult, you feel like you have to, or you feel like you should be putting in time with their people and like going to their people's events. But then that's on top of your people's events.
There was a season of my life where I felt like I was celebrating other people constantly. Like
that's how I felt like that for the last few years. I'm not kidding. Years.
I felt like that for several years before Matt and I also got married. But then once all of our friends got past a certain life stage, it just kind of stopped. But then now we go to all of our kids' birthday stuff. Yeah. But then it does slow down.
Like not as many showers and whatever.
Yes, 100%. Yes.
Yeah, I think it's because I've had so many close friends get married in the past few years and then have babies as well. So it's a lot of
big
bridal
things.
Shower, couple shower. But I do think we don't need to have all these showers for weddings. Let's have a few.
I have a hot take.
What's your hot take? I want to hear it.
Showers.
Because I might agree.
I have a feeling. Teach their own. But you only need to have one baby shower. If you're having a second, third, fourth baby, I guess, if somebody is adamant about throwing you a sprinkle, I guess. But I don't get it. I guess too, the thing I'm like, baby showers are expensive for the people that attend them because baby shit is expensive.
Yeah.
And if you're going to have a baby shower for every single kid, I thought we just showered you one good time and you were able to maintain and upkeep that stuff for every kid.
You know what? If you're my friend and you're having a baby, and the first time I come meet that baby, there's no way I'm not bringing something. So you're going to get something. And by the way, the only time I can think of this being appropriate is there's a few options. One, your house burns down in between baby one and baby number two. You have no baby things.
Of course.
Insurance is being a poop. I'm thinking of disastrous issues. So something happens to all the things. Or you're done having babies, you're completely done, and all of a sudden, surprise, baby number 3 is on the way. And this is 5 years after you've decided you're not having babies anymore. And then your friends are like, oh no, they already have 2 kids. They're already financially strapped. And your friends, but then they know the situation. But if you're just like, we're just celebrating, you've got to know that like, this is something for you to celebrate, and your friends probably want to celebrate you too. But there's all these other people that we have to celebrate too. And I'm so...
That's a hot take, but I think you only need one baby shower, and that's a hot take, and that's fine, and that's not going to change. You go ahead and have your sprinkles if you want, but I really do think, hot take, you only need one baby shower. You do. That's it.
I've had a friend that I had a conversation with. She was like, I specifically am getting things that are so gender neutral, so that when I have a second baby, I don't have to worry about acquiring more items.
Agree. I think that's a great strategy.
I think that's smart. I also understand, like, when I think about the event, it's like, I do want to go and I do want to celebrate them. But then I'm thinking about over the next summer, like this summer. And also I'm taking into account that I'm in deep in grief right now. And I cannot see, what is it, the saying, the forest through the trees? I can't see the forest through the trees right now. That's kind of mind-bendy for my ADHD brain. I'm seeing all of the trees and the forest at once. And now, why can't I see them? Anyway, I'm saying that right now it looks like my whole summer. And it has looked like this since my mom passed. But that everything is... It feels like I have so many events to like pour into other people in so many other ways, when I feel like I don't even have anything left in me. I have nothing in me. And it stinks because I've told you this before, and I've said this on the pod, is I feel like I'm going to be losing friends because I can't pour into people the way I was before, at least not right now. And I don't think people... Like, I feel like people are just going to like fade away because I'm not pouring into them. Does that make sense?
Yes.
So it feels like this summer, like I'm looking at the schedule, and also Justin J-Dog's schedule. He's like, I got a bachelor party. I've got this. I got that. I got this. We got this. We got this. And I'm like, when are things going to be okay for us to just plan a beach vacation? When can No, because we're doing too much. There's so many things. There's so many weddings. There's so many showers, so many babies, which, by the way, I love the babies. I love them. And I love the weddings. It's just so many things.
But you don't have to say yes to everything. You don't have to. But I know that it's hard because it's also like the things that are coming up are related to J-Dog, and they're related to like extremely close friends and things like that.
Yeah. It just stinks to be in this part of my life and also be like in this deep grief where I'm like, yeah. And I actually don't blame anyone, and I'm not feeling this way. I just don't like when people expect so much, or it feels like I'm feeling like people expect 100% of me. And I feel like I'm not even getting 50 because you're in this life stage where you're busy with this thing about your life. But I'm over here like really struggling. And I think, and it feels like I've received this response. And if you're listening to this and you're like, is she talking about me? Probably not. But it's just a feeling I'm having. So I don't want you to think I'm talking about you. But it feels like I'm not getting anything back. Like, it's like, can you make it to this thing? Oh, no? Okay. And it's not like, how are you? Are you okay? Can you breathe? It's like, can you do this for me? And then...
We talked about this last week, though. I think that you're going to find that because you're in this stage where you know and you're cognizant that you cannot give everything that you've given in the past, I think you're going to start to see that you've been giving so over the top much. And people have been taking that, and that if what you give them now is not good enough, then they can go suck it.
Yeah.
Honestly. And then also that means that they were never matching your energy from the beginning anyway.
Yeah.
And I don't know.
But I also know that like I have one thing that I believe that God has given me for my life and for me to share with other people is my enthusiasm and my gusto in that way. I wouldn't say energy because now I have none, but I still have enthusiasm for things when the time comes. But I mean, y'all saw me during the Hannah Montana reunion. I had plenty enthusiastic. Yes. But I just feel like very drained. And just I had in this past week had 3 people who are very close to me tag me in Mother's Day giveaways. And I was like, that is a thing. I would go to tag your name if I was someone who like did all of that. And I tell people, tag me. If you have a giveaway on Instagram or whatever, and you want to tag me to use my name, I don't care. But I do draw the line after my mom dies and you're tagging me in Mother's Day things, mommy and me giveaways.
Very
and I'm
tone
like,
deaf.
no, I'm like, if I, which I do, care about you the way I feel you should care about me, would you not have a second thought when you're typing my name and you have to press my name? Because I would. Even if I accidentally did that because I wasn't thinking, I'd go back and delete it. And then you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I would never think that that's appropriate. And I've had 3 people who are kind of close to me do that. And I'm like, that's just how I'm feeling. I'm feeling unthought of.
Yes. Yeah.
Because life goes on for everybody else. But for me, unfortunately for me too, life is going on. Like I don't get a break. I had to go back to work right away. And I feel so like I just have to catch up. And eventually I'm gonna I don't know if I'll ever catch up, but maybe I'll feel comfortable not catching up eventually. But right now it feels like I'm so far behind and I'm just doing the bare minimum, literal bare minimum bar on the ground underneath the surface of the earth all the way down. I have no energy. Yeah.
Yeah. But
and it just
also
stinks.
It stinks, but you need to take the pressure off yourself to have energy. Like there's nothing that you need to do that's like in the grand scheme of things. The only thing you need to worry about is like keeping your basic needs going.
Yeah.
Everything else is truly just whatever happens will happen and it will all work out.
Yeah.
But like you got to take the pressure off yourself to like have energy and show up and like you don't have it, so don't give it, you know?
Yeah, it just like stinks because I feel like I'm missing out on because I'm not myself right now at all, and I'm sad about that. And that's what we talked about.
Yeah.
But I also feel like I'm messing up opportunities or my life. Like even the Atlanta Film Festival is going on right now. Y'all, it is very important to me to be a part of my film community and, you know, to put my face out there and to also support other artists. And I couldn't go to one event. I literally have no desire. And that even makes me sad because I'm like, I'm not really auditioning right now. One, because auditions are kind of slowing down right now, but also because when I do get like a high energy commercial audition that is non-union and pays, I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it right now. I'm not adding that to my day because by 3 p.m. I'm toast. Mm-hmm. Brain is toast. No more. I'm gone. So it takes a lot to do all that. So I just feel like I'm behind and I'm missing out on everything. And while I'm doing all that, I'm also pouring into other people when I have nothing for me. And yeah, that's how I feel. I truly feel like, yeah, I'm so low energy and I'm worried that I'm going to lose friends too because I'm not myself right now. Does that make sense?
Yes. Yes.
And I can't always explain because I feel like there's some people forget sometimes. And I'm like, hey, by the way, I'm just like, and and they're like, oh yeah, you know, and they remember. And I'm like, I just wish I wish I had a sign. And then I wish I didn't at the same time.
The sign would say,
hey, remember,
don't bring it up.
Remember my mom died, but don't ask me. I'll bring it up. Don't ask, don't tell, but no.
And also just consider me when you're tagging me on the internet, you know, like,
yeah,
like use this information in a good way, but don't bring it up to me. But if I bring it up, that's okay. You can talk about it, but don't bring it up. Yeah.
And dare I say, I might not ever want to see until I'm a mother. And even then, it might even be 10 times worse for me then. So I don't want to see a Mother's Day thing. I don't want to see, and I'm going to see it because I live on Earth and we should be celebrating mothers. And it's not that I don't want to celebrate mothers, because I will be texting all my friends who are mothers on Mother's Day. But I don't want to think about it.
Yeah.
So it'd be nice if people would consider that, because I think that's an obvious thing. You don't have to have lost a parent to know that this was just yesterday, it feels like. Mm-hmm. And it feels like 10 years ago. And I think it's always going to feel like that, hopefully, because I actually want it to feel like just yesterday all the time. But I don't know, just like I wish people would think more.
Yeah. But
I also like feel like sometimes I feel like this is what it really is. I will be thinking something like when someone tags me in a Mother's Day thing, like a giveaway, and I'm like, why would they not think that when I see that Mother's Day tag, I'm immediately like, dark, dark, hello, darkness, my old friend. And they're like, I want to win this free Shark vacuum and a Dyson air blow dry rack and a red light therapy mask. Okay, well, my mom's dead. Yeah, but I want to win this free massage at the Woodhouse Salon. My mom's dead. That's how I feel. And then I feel bad because I'm like, girl, your mom's dead, not their mom's. You're being selfish because all you're thinking about is how you're feeling. And then I'm like, well, of course I'm feeling that way because I'm in my brain. And I am the only one in my brain, besides God, hopefully. So it's hard for me to understand, like, if I'm being a butthead right now or if this is valid, because I feel like...
I don't think it is too much to ask to be considered in that way across the board. And Instagram is just an example of that. But especially your first Mother's Day, because I remember mine after my mom passed, it is not asking too much of your friends to be considered in that way. And I really do think you make a lot of, I don't know, not excuses, but I can't think of another word, for people to be like, well, let me think about how they were thinking. They just wanted to win. They weren't thinking about me. And I'm like, that's ridiculous. It's ridiculous because they need to get their head out of their ass.
Well, I think what I'm seeing is that, and I knew this before, but I think most people walk around in life just floating.
They do. They do.
I don't think it's on purpose. And I think they're in their own
They are, but that's not an excuse. That's not an excuse. Especially if you call me and consider me a friend. I think that if you are still have your head up your ass when I am in a time of need, that far up your ass, we have a problem as my friend. That's how I feel. I really do. Because there's nothing that I would ever... I just can't imagine anyone that I have in my life right this moment would do something that would purposefully hurt me, obviously, but do something without thinking first. Yeah. And that's because I've curated the people around me. Yeah. There was a time where I had not, and people would intentionally or maybe without really caring hurt me a lot. But that's because I had so many people around me that I hadn't weeded out the shit yet.
Yep.
And especially your first Mother's Day, like, you're going to get a lot of texts from people that want to reach out, but don't know the right thing to say, or don't know if they should or not. Or maybe you won't get a text from somebody you're hoping to get a text from. It's going to be complicated and it hurts and it's really sad, but you're also really feeling conflicted because you are sad in it, but you don't want to let that sadness bleed into the friends that you have that are our mothers that deserve to be celebrated. It's a very fine line, but you are allowed to be devastated about it. Yeah. And you should feel however you want to feel about it. And if you want to turn off your phone on Mother's Day, turn off your phone on Mother's Day. Like, I don't think that you owe any of the friends that you have that are mothers the happy Mother's Day if this is a hard time for you right now. Do you know what I mean? Like,
and I don't think any of my real besties with kids would ever I don't think they would ever be like, you didn't wish me happy Mother's Day. I don't think they would think that.
No, they wouldn't
I just threw in that I say happy Mother's Day to my friends so that you know that you understand that I do I don't have a problem with mothers.
Well, the thing that you said earlier about like you can't see the forest through the trees, you can, because you just described seeing the big picture, which is the big picture is that Mother's Day can be beautiful for the people in your life that celebrate it right now. But that's the big picture. You can't see the forest, but the trees and the things that are close up to you right now that are hurtful are the fact that like you did just lose your mother, and that Mother's Day is different for you this year. And to be fair, Mother's Day has been different for you every year since you were little.
Born.
Yes.
Yeah.
So it's all very complicated. This is going to be a complicated one, and they probably will be for some time. And it's okay to have a complicated relationship with holidays in general after you lose someone. And also, even when someone is in your life, it's okay to have a complicated relationship with holidays. I like holidays a lot, but they also like, I, purposefully told Matt, and like, obviously I told you, I'd love for you to come. Yeah. That I don't know if I can, last year we'd like cooked out at home and I sat at home and I just bawled my eyes out in front of my daughter by my little pool all day. I don't want to do that again. That was not healthy for her. That's not healthy for me. And she wants to celebrate me. So I'm like, no, I need to get to this house. I need to go and do something. Like they're still hard for me.
Yeah.
And I just think that I still get text messages from friends that are close to me that say, Happy Mother's Day. I'm proud of you, but I know this is a hard day for you.
Yeah.
And like, that's going to be probably a reality that you face at some point too. And
even like baby showers right now. Like I help host one this past weekend, and my friend's mom, who's a rock star party planner and thrower, we did all of the wedding stuff together and now the baby stuff, and she's awesome at it. And like, it was so hard for me not to celebrate my friend, because boy do I want to, but it was hard for me to see the other moms in the room, her mom. So like, it was just, I was like, ooh, knew this was going to hurt, because it hurt before. Now it's worse. I don't know how to describe it. It's a different kind of hard. But I also don't ever want to lose sight of other people's, like, just because I don't have that experience. I have so many other great experiences in my life that most people will never have. And I'm an incredibly blessed person. And I think I saw this video. Jack Antonoff was talking to, I think, Howard Stern on this interview. I don't know if there's an old interview or what. It seemed old. But Jack Antonoff he lost his sister to brain cancer. She was 18. I don't know how old he was. But he explained it in his grief, saying like, the day that she passed, even though I knew she was passing, which I didn't know my mom was going to pass. I mean, I knew eventually, obviously, but it happened like that. And then it was like 2 days of knowing, but not months or years, which is what Jack had to go through and his family had to go through. But he said that, of course, he spiraled for a few months and had a horrible time. But eventually him and his parents just started living every day as if nothing mattered, and yet everything mattered at the same time. And I think that's where I'm trying to like get my brain settled, because that's how it feels right now. It's like nothing matters, yet everything matters. Seize the day, carpe diem, but also who cares? And I'm so right there that I think the other stuff and the other people, I think all of that is all conflicting right now. Is that I'm just like terribly worried that I'm missing out on life, because unfortunately, I'm painfully present. I'm very present right now. Like I hear everything. I see everything. I don't know why. I don't like it. But that feeling, I don't know. I think I don't want to put it on to other people is what I'm trying to say with friends, because you understand.
Yeah.
And, I have some buddies, I don't want to put them on blast, but other buddies that understand too. And y'all are, I don't know what I would do. I don't know what I would do without y'all and J-Dog, just because this is such an isolating feeling. And if you haven't gone through this, there's no way to describe it. There's no way to describe. Like, I could have heard you talk about this a million times and I could have tried to understand. And there was no way I was going to understand how different you are. It's like you woke up one day and you're in a new brain, but you knew the old Brain. Like, you know everything about your old life. It's like you got the show Bible to your old life, but you are just an actor. Like, that's not, you're playing someone else's part, because now you're a whole new person, but you got the lines and you have their life story and you have all these things you have to do, but it's not you. Does that make sense?
Yeah. I guess I kind of like relate it to, I felt like sometimes you're in control of chapters closing in your life, and you're in control of like, well, I'm going to make this decision to move on or close this chapter. But when a death happens, I feel like it was more of like the entire volume snapped shut, and I had to start fresh on a new book. Like, that's how I felt. Like, I felt like
so overwhelming.
It wasn't just a chapter.
Starting a new project.
Yeah, it wasn't just a chapter. It was like the whole volume of ages 0 to 31, and I just snap shut, and then I had to open up a fresh book, and then I was like, how do I start? And there's nothing on these pages, and I don't recognize this book, and I don't know how to write it. I'm not sure, so no, what you're saying is
that's exactly how I feel. And I could truly go on for days about it, because I'm so confused, and also still have to live life and still moving forward. And I think now too, before there was all this uncertainty of what the future holds, and there's still all of that uncertainty, but now I'm like sad about it, because, which I was scared about it before, and now I'm sad about it because I know how quickly the whole series could shut close, and I don't want to miss out on anything that's meant for me, which you can't, which that's another thing I need to work. I think I'm just anxious too. Clearly I'm working this out in real time with you, my therapist, the new hires.
Yeah.
And
yes. That's what we're here for.
That's what you're here for. You're here to hear about us flashing our rude ballet teachers and my grief journey.
And my ongoing grief journey. Yes, because let's be clear, it unfortunately, but I'm saying that to say, don't ever stop talking about it. Like,
I'm obsessed with it. Unfortunately, I can't, because I'm so shocked. It's so shocking.
It's very shocking.
It's so shocking that you're so different that I'm like, I can't not talk about it, because I'm also like, hey guys, are you seeing? It's almost as if there's an elephant in the room, right? But I'm the only one who could see it, I think. So I'm like talking to you, and I'm looking over at the elephant, and it's grabbing peanuts off the table, and I'm like, do you see that? That's how I feel. Like, I'm like, I'm the elephant though. Like, it's like, do people see? Mm-hmm. Do they know that I'm totally different? And I don't think they do, because the way people interact with me, it's clear, and that's okay, because why would they? I barely know. I'm so shocked that it's like this. And I don't know, it's just like random. Like, last night we were watching, it was before we turned on the game, so it wasn't the movie, but we just finished dinner, and I just laid my head down on the couch and just started crying. I just thought my mom popped up in my head, and I just started crying. I don't even know what about. Like, I couldn't tell you what I was thinking about my mom, because it doesn't matter, because it could have been anything. And then last night, I thought about how that happened to me earlier, and I started crying myself to sleep. And then there'll be random times where I'm nannying, and I'll like hear something on the TV, or like my little nanny boy, who's the most precious angel, will do something that reminds me of my mom somehow. And I'll have to hide my face, or like I'll have to pinch myself to stop crying. Like, I'll have to do something, or I'll have to say something in my mind that's absurd so I don't cry. And I think that's just the worst place to be. It really is. I hate it. I'm not having fun.
The open wound part. It's like just the absolute open wound part.
And then it also feels like that open wound, because I keep hearing that it's not going to close, and, it just changes. The grief never ends. It just changes. The sadness never ends. It just changes. It's a different sad. That's freaky. I feel like, how am I going to go there? How am I going to move forward if I have all these baby showers and all these weddings, and I'm so sad? That's why I'm feeling overwhelmed.
The wound will eventually stop being so open and raw. Like it does. And like, it doesn't change. Like, of course your sadness stays, but it changes. And of course, like life is just always going to be different, but the wound will not always be so tender.
Yeah.
Like that is the one thing that does heal. Like it never goes away because there's going to be there, but it will be less tender. And like, it'll take more to like, in my experience, like it starts to take more to like completely set you off.
Yeah.
Like every little thing in the beginning was just so.
If I see a mother and
hurtful.
daughter that's like reminds me of my mom and me at all, which could be several things. They could have blonde hair. They could, they could be white.
I remember
they could be black and look nothing like me, but I'll be like, I also one time picked up a glass and they're picking up like it doesn't matter if you're a mom and a daughter. It doesn't have to look the same, it doesn't have to sound the same. I'm gonna cry.
I remember when Scooby was first born, pushing her in a stroller, going on a walk and seeing other young moms with their kid with their mom.
Oh my gosh, I see it at Chastity Park all the time, and
that would immediately make me cry immediately. Like multiple times on the walk, I would cry and be so devastated. And now over time, like I can recognize moms out with their children, with their own mothers, and it makes me feel a pinch of just like, I wish I had that, but I see it in a different way now where I'm like, that's really lovely.
Yeah.
Like, that's really lovely.
And you'll be able to give that.
Sure.
To
Yeah.
Scooby.
And also, Matt's mom was able to give that to me in a few ways when she could, but it just changes is all I'm saying. Like, that's my example of like how that grief can kind of like change. It doesn't, it still hurts, but I didn't like the open woundness of me just like immediately bawling on my walk stopped. Like I didn't have that same feeling of like immediate, like straight to tears, because it just starts to get a little bit less sore.
Sensitive. Yeah. Like, I don't know. It's right now I can definitely like, I'll hear one thing and I could cry, or it can make me really happy. Sometimes that's happened where I've heard something and I'm like, oh my gosh, my mom would love that. Like right now when I'm seeing anything like about, this is one thing. When I get really excited about something, I want to do research on it and I really go in. And when my mom passed, I was going through her house a little bit, looking for her will. And I would find all of these notes on beauty products that she had texted me about or asked me about. But she went and did all this research. She had notepads filled with like, look up Elf Beauty, blah, blah, blah. See if Hailey, like, and or she'll be like, this is said to be better than this, and this is their price. And she had all these notes, and then she would talk to me about them. And I didn't realize she had all these notes about them because I never saw the notes because they were her own personal artifacts. And when she passed, I obviously found them and saw them. And I was like, me and my mom both have that brain. That's cool. That's like a positive thing that I have from my mom. And now, like, when I start to do that stuff and get really excited about stuff, I'm like, I have that. My mom's still here in that way. Mm-hmm. Which I think our parents passed down both good traits and bad traits to us. And we have to discern which ones we're going to allow to become the most important traits in our personality or whatever, in our hearts and our minds. I don't know. I just think that there are other times where I see, like in Lens Crafters, a mother and a daughter fighting over glasses and the mom's elderly, and I'm like, I'm never going to get that. I'm never going to have my mom say something inappropriate to a waiter again. And she didn't mean to be, but she was just like that, I'm never going to have that again. I always imagined trying on wedding dresses and my mom maybe saying like some comments that would upset me. And now I'm mad that I don't get to experience that. And now I'm going to that day, if I even get married or have a wedding, I think regardless, I'm going to have to try on wedding dresses at some point to heal that like idea in my mind, just because that's an easy thing to accomplish that, I'm going to do because I imagined it. I think I'm going to need to hire an actor to come in. And it would have been Catherine O'Hara, but her selfish butt went off and left. Wanted to be a celebrity guest on Personality Higher in Heaven. Great. But yeah, I just think like those things I'm going to miss so much that we're also going to be like, that's my mom. Like, and you don't imagine. Obviously, when you think about someone passing, you're like, I'm going to miss everything about them, because you do. Even the bad stuff, because that means if you're not experiencing the bad stuff, it means they're not there anymore. Like, I guess I just never imagined not like missing my mom, maybe, because it hasn't happened. I've not ever gone wedding dress shopping, but I just knew my mom was going to be there, and Jessi was going to turn to her and say something very kind, but also shutting that down very kindly right away. And then we'd all laugh about it later. And I'd be like, thank you for saying that, my mom. Can you believe? And now I'm not going to do that. And I didn't know I was going to think about missing that, but that's something that has been on my mind. Yeah. And I think just during the season with having to go celebrate and not having, getting an opportunity to go celebrating everybody right now, it's just bringing up those ideas more. And I don't expect the people who are in those positions to remember that, but because I don't think they're just so focused on whatever else they're doing. If they're planning a wedding or they're getting ready to welcome a whole baby onto earth, you know, it just feels like very isolating. I don't know. I'm just saying the same things over and over.
No, you're not. You're talking about grieving something that you thought you might experience, but you won't experience in the same way. Because
I won't experience my mom being there at all.
Yeah. And you're talking about grieving that. And that's totally understandable. Right there with you. Yeah.
You guys, don't do it. Don't die.
Please.
No,
ever.
You're too pretty. Don't die. Don't die. You're gorgeous. Seriously, don't. Don't do it. Don't do it to me.
I think with that,
everybody sign up for therapy.
Please rate, review, subscribe. Please don't die.
Please don't die. We love you. Listen to the ads all the way through.
Please know that if you are going through any sort of grief, we empathize greatly. And that we're all gonna...
Also DM me.
We're all gonna get through this together.
But I might not reply for a month. But you get it.
You won't reply back either. It doesn't matter.
Yeah. Just DM me. We'll be at different stages when we get back to each other. Anyway.
And with that, we'll see you next Thursday.
Janine, take us home, sis. Ah.